What is mental health first aid and why is learning it important? I'm Emma Hammett, I'm a nurse and I've run First Aid for Life, a successful practical first aid training company since 2007. As a nurse, I've worked in mental hospitals, the old-fashioned red brick ones where people were locked up. Fortunately, mental health care has moved on since then, but there are still elements of that sort of care. And the most critical side of it is that I've seen people at their lowest, in complete crisis, and I've seen those same people who've received the appropriate care and are out in the community living fulfilled and happy lives. So a bit of kindness goes a long way. A willingness to help is really important, but combine that with the skills and resources to understand the different processes, to understand the likely next steps, to know how to broach difficult subjects and how to start those sort of conversations, to know when you are at the right time to approach, so to read those telltale signs, but also to know when you might not be the right person, and to have the resources to hand to be able to refer that person to proper professional help when they need it most. So in our mental health first aid course, we will help you understand some of the disorders that you might see. We will help you recognise some signs and symptoms that maybe somebody is struggling with their mental health, so that you can step in quickly and preempt a crisis or an emergency. We'll help you to understand the best way to approach and start those conversations, how to give immediate practical helps to alleviate the stress that they might be experiencing, and understanding the likely next steps if somebody is going through a referral process. So what happens when they see their GP and what's likely to be the outcome. In addition, we will give you the resources, a wealth of resources, be they charities, professional support, self-help groups, all different ways to signpost someone to get the appropriate help they need. And as well as that, we've got some really useful tips on looking after your own mental health and supporting and building your own resilience, because the country's and the society's mental health is important to all of us. And your mental health and your physical health are intrinsically linked as well. So this is an incredibly important topic, and learning these skills is just as important as learning your practical first aid skills. For example, if you find somebody in cardiac arrest, you don't actually need to diagnose and know why they're in cardiac arrest. You would go straight in there, establish they're unconscious and not breathing, and start CPR. In the same way, if you see someone experiencing any of the mental health type symptoms that could suggest that they are struggling, giving them that early help will make a massive difference, and it helps them know that you really care.